Hi Boss Beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Stacey Elaine and this is the Girl Boss Beauty community. Today I'm going to give an update on one of my favorite skincare products to use, to try, and to talk about, which is sunscreen. One of my most popular videos here on YouTube is when I did the Allure Best of Beauty review and I tried out what they said was the best sunscreen, which was by Neutrogena. Hashtag, it was an ultimate fail. Like, people are still reviewing that video and just laughing along with me about how ghostly I looked. Now, as someone of color, I not only want a sunscreen that protects my skin from the harmful sun rays, but I also want a sunscreen that does not make me look gray, does not make me look ghostly, does not irritate my skin, and all of that jive. So it really needs to complement my skincare really well. One of my biggest pet peeves sometimes about wearing sunscreen is that the skincare ingredients in the sunscreen will counteract with what I already put on my face and it will start peeling. And that is a horrible feeling when you've done your entire routine and then you get that peeling. It's almost like your skin is peeling, but it's the residue from when maybe you used oil products and your sunscreen has water and all of this jive. So I heard from Shani Darden, who is one of the world-renowned estheticians. She is the esthetician to all Hollywood celebrities. She actually has a skincare line that I'm thinking about trying out in the future. But she said, your best sunscreen is the one that you don't mind wearing every day. And with that definition of the best sunscreen, I have now found the best sunscreen for me, and it is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Lotion. It is broad spectrum SPF50, and it says that it quenches the skin with hydration, but it's non-greasy. It's water resistant up to 80 minutes. So I do feel like Neutrogena won me back over with their sunscreens when they created this. And another claim, which I actually love, it says it delivers broad spectrum UVA and UVB protection with a water-like feel. It quenches skin with hydration and leaves it looking healthy. And I will say that this SPF knocks the ball out the park in terms of every claim. So I will shake it up. It's very watery, as you can hear, and that's that light gel texture that they claim. So this is the color, and I'll show you. I normally put my sunscreen on in a couple layers. So it has a very slight bluish gray tint to it. And as you can see, it is watery. It's already running down. I've done my entire skincare routine, so I will just put this on. I use quite a bit of sunscreen, and like I said, I normally use it in two layers because I just want to make sure I'm using a lot of active skincare ingredients. I'm using a prescription strength tretinoin. Okay. This is what I look like with that sunscreen on. As you can see, it does impart a healthy glow. It does hydrate the skin. It's great, I feel like, for oily and normal skin types. If you have an oily skin where your face just produces a lot of sebum throughout the day, you might not like this because it is very hydrating. And I think if they come out with a light variety, or have, which if they did, I'll put it on the screen, then I think that might be a better option for you. I do have to let this sink into the skin, but as you can see, that hydration comes from a sunscreen, and that is just unheard of. As someone with dark skin, it does not give me that gray skin tone. I still look, actually look better than before I put the sunscreen on. So it is SPF 50, which I like because, as most of you guys know or you don't know, we normally do not put on enough sunscreen to get the full SPF protection. So I know that I could at least get an SPF 30, 35, depending on how much I put on every single day, which is my goal. It does have the best sunscreens, and they have a variety. So in the US, the most progressive sunscreen ingredient is avobenzone, and the US allows up to 2.9% of avobenzone per sunscreen, and this one has 2.7% avobenzone. It also has homosalate at 9%, octisalate at 5%, octocrylene at 9%, and then oxybenzone at 4.5%. So those are the sunscreen protections, the makeup that goes into this. I will say that this does have a fragrance, so if you like your products to be absolutely fragrance free, this is not for you. It does have coloring as well. I try to stay away from yellow number 5 because I do think that is, if you use it every day in large amounts, it is carcinogenic, cancer causing, but it does not have yellow number 5. It has violet and blue. Blue 1, violet 2. And then it does have water, and then glycerin, and then denatured alcohol, and then it has a lot of silicones in it, and that is what gives you that healthy skin glow. So really, I feel like this is a 3-in-1 product. This can be your hydrator or moisturizer, your sun protection, as well as if you're gonna wear makeup, it's probably already having enough silicones in it to act as your primer. And I don't really use like creamy primers with this. The only one I use on top of this is my Smashbox primer water, just because I love it and I'm so used to that as well. So this is something that I highly recommend. I have been using this since January. It was one of the very first products that I used when I got, or that I repurchased when I got off of my no-buy, and I have been using it consistently since January. This is probably my 3rd or 4th tube of this already. I purchased mine from Target. It's normally readily on the shelves. We are in isolation right now, so I like that it's at Target because you can still just drive up to go get it. I have never had major flashback problems with this. There was one time when I went on a cruise, and now I'll add my second layer. I went on a cruise in early March, and I used this, and I could tell I used a whole bunch under my eyes that day, and I saw a little looked like highlighter, but no one could tell. It actually looked kind of pretty, but no one could tell what it was. I actually was not wearing highlighter that day. I was only wearing this. Okay, so that's my second layer of sunscreen. Put on my ears. It's going to be a very sunny day here in Houston, so I definitely just want to make sure that I'm covering my skin. And I'm not wearing makeup today, so it's okay for me to kind of slather this on like this. And like I said, I've done my full routine. This has never made me break out. I've never gotten little bumps from this, and I am someone that if I am sensitive to a product, I break out like the very next day. That has never happened with me. Sometimes I do feel a little like tingling on my face from using it, but I get that feeling with a lot of sunscreens, I should say. I'm just making sure it's kind of all getting into my skin, but this is how I apply it. I just want to say thank you guys for checking out this video. I hope you guys, it is getting very hot now. It's spring, summer, full blast, full sun. You need to use an SPF every day if you're trying to do anti-aging. It's all going to be for naught if you're not using a sunscreen. So, and I highly recommend this one. Until I find a better one, this is what I will be using. Thanks for checking out my video. As I say in every video, Be blessed to be a blessing, Girl Boss Beauties. I will see you in the next video. Bye.